Hey, bro.
Can you can you hear me?
I can.
Perfect. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. We're just about ready to get this stream underway. We are live.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Okay, guys. So welcome to Charlie Wolf's birthday stream. Guys, I celebrated yesterday. Obviously, yesterday was not my time to stream, but I decided let's go about it today and just entertain you guys with some Mortal Kombat 11 action on the PC format. We've got 3 hype matches lined up for you guys tonight. And welcome, Parasurama.
Happy birthday, Charlie Wolf.
Thanks. I see the guys are already coming in chat, Sanazuki. If you didn't know, we've got the good doctor on the comms with me tonight. Parasurama, thank you for acknowledging. And yeah, guys, let's just get straight into the action. I'm not sure if you know too much about these guys, Doctor, but let me just go through exactly what we're going to be seeing tonight. We've got a, a match up front, which is kind of new to the PC world from a streaming point of view, at least. We've got Chivs 420 going up against a guy with a very cool name, Food Stamp.
Okay. I think I saw his name on the WhatsApp group.
Yeah. And that's as much as I've seen of him. I've never seen these guys play before. I think they're both fairly new to the WhatsApp group. And we're going to see exactly what Food Stamp and Chips 420 is all about. Thereafter, after that first to 5, we're going to see more familiar faces, that of Solomon's 92 going up against Jim Chori, Jumping Jack's Jim Chori, going up against Solomon's 92, which, well, for today at least, it says here he's old but he can still play. So we're going to wait and see just exactly how well he can play going up against Jim Chori and a rather dangerous looking Jack's main.
Yes, yeah, I remember him from that cot that you did.
Yes. He tweeted on a few streams. He's also got a little bit of a rivalry developing with our very own Picasso of the FGC, that being
Lionel.
Yeah. So that's going to be quite interesting to see how he's going to go up against Solomon's 92 in the first to 5 as well. And then I think from your and my perspectives, Doc, somebody probably needs no introduction. That is FTS Tinashi. Obviously been with us all the way from the MKX days and maybe even before. Going up against somebody as well would need no introduction to the FGC, Mr. Mercy himself, Art Department. That's our main event tonight in the first to 7.
Sounds good. That will be interesting. Tinashe does play a few characters, but I think he does play Cassie as his main. And I know Art Department has Kitana, but he has been picking Frost and a few others recently as well. I must say though, I am somewhat disappointed that we do not get the originally planned main event, which is Tinashe versus Deathstroke or Ngoni.
Yeah, no, that seems like a classic case of the Mighty Ducks. It's as simple as that. Somebody who kind of makes or generates so much hype, wanting to take out just about everybody, talking a massive game, for him to then say, you know what, he's actually working tonight, he's not going to be able to make it. Work first, but from my point of view, maybe just a little bit of ducks going on there. But anyway, that's just my opinion. We've got a great match lined up nonetheless.
Yes, we do.
Tanashi and...
And I was just wanting to ask you one more thing. These things like Old But Can Play, Mates Are Watching, has a cool name. Where do they come from?
That came straight from Blino's head off the cuff.
Okay.
And I just realized that I don't seem to have either of these guys on my Steam list, so I'm just going to go ahead and invite Chivs 420 as well as Food Stamp to my friends list,
Okay.
so that these guys can accept and then basically get the first match underway.
Yes, let's get it on.
Okay, so welcome everybody in chat. I see a couple of names coming through: Jim Chori, SSJ, Sanazuki, Brian Luke himself. I saw Mpumelelo, I think, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Happy birthday, thank you so much guys, really appreciate it. And then yeah, Brian Wolf, Brian, look, if you can send the stream links to all the WhatsApp groups, we'll really appreciate that. A little bit of a delayed start because I almost overslept, Doc.
I can imagine.
I
Was yesterday wild?
I won't call it wild. It was just long. Let's just call it long.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
let me
then
just get these guys in chat, and then we can get the first match underway.
you needed your sleep, I imagine, and I was wondering how you feel about the new year in a way.
Well, very much of the same. Obviously, big things happening in my life in terms of a little bambino on the way. So
Yes, we know.
So yeah, I think that's the part I'm looking most forward to in this year to come. I've got about 3 months to wait before the little one arrives.
That's amazing,
So
Charlie.
yeah, it's gonna be quite an interesting year. But I mean, as always, looking forward to the year. Gonna try new things, and both personally, career-wise.
So it sounds quite exciting for you, hey?
Yeah, and I think sometimes you create your own excitement, but I think rather that than just, the same dullness year in, year out. So always trying
Exactly.
new things. And I mean, I've looked at one of the competitors tonight. Jim Chori seems to be on the mountain here in Cape Town just about every weekend. I live in Cape Town as well, and I hardly see the mountain. So that's something I might want to, just challenge myself to do.
I think after more lockdown regulations, even presently now with the reduced restrictions, I think it's time to get back into things and be more active and outgoing again. So I agree with that. And in terms of Charlie Wolf gaming content, what are your future plans for that?
Well, we've already got October set up. Just communicating with some of the guys just to make sure that they are up for it. But what we're actually planning in the month of October is what I haven't quite named as yet, but it's going to be a 3 versus 3 South Africa versus Zambia showdown. That will happen every Thursday as of next week, the 8th. All the way up to, I think it is the 30th, if I'm not mistaken, or the 29th. So those 4 weeks are going to be purely dedicated to South Africa versus Zambia team battles on the PS4 format. I will try to squeeze in a few Sunday streams as well. But that's the immediate plan. And then obviously, going forward with, as you mentioned, the lockdown restrictions being a little bit less, we're definitely going to be exploring the possibility of a few offline events as well. But I think more to come on the offline scene, probably at a later date.
That's awesome. So is this 3v3? Is it on PlayStation only,
PlayStation.
or is it
PlayStation
on?
only, yeah.
Okay. And any plans for PC or the Steam community?
Not necessarily South Africa versus Zambia, but we might be doing 3v3s. Not necessarily linked to any repping of your country or anything to that.
Sure.
It might just be a random select team members, or we'll just carefully consider which 3 plays the next 3 on Steam. I think with the amount of players from both SA and Zambia on the PS4 side of things, it just seemed to make more sense to then run at that, because we can basically run that for the entire month with enough
Yes, yeah.
players to represent both South
No,
Africa and
it
Zambia.
sounds amazing.
It's going to
Actually,
be absolutely sick, and I
yeah,
think once the regulations and the rules have been finalized, and everybody else in the community gets to know exactly what it's all about, it's going to be even more exciting because there's going to be things like what we call in Formula One racing the constructors champions. There's going to be logs for individual achievements. There's going to be logs for your country's achievement. It's just going to be so many little ideas put into one big showdown, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that one in particular.
yeah. I'm always excited for these kinds of team gaming things, especially in this type of context where we're playing a very individualistic kind of game. The idea of team battle is quite interesting, and I think NetherRealm did explore it a bit. Hopefully they'll explore it again and a bit more, but we can do our own thing, and I think you are doing that and giving it to us. I did also like you know that when we like initiated the whole Combat Africa thing, it was envisioned to be some sort of team thing, just as exactly almost as what you are doing with the regions and stuff like that. So I think South Africa and Zambia has a good connection with each other, and it seems to be the best in terms of rivalry. Right now, Zambia does have the, I suppose, advantage, but let's see what happens this month.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, if I look at the lineup for next week from South Africa, representing South Africa, and I'm saying this only because all three of these individuals have confirmed their availability for next week. Shokan, LAI 333, we've got Atrocity, and we've got another individual in the form of X-Ray 92 repping South Africa next week. So,
Mark the Shark.
Mark the Shark himself. So I mean, these three guys, I mean, everybody in the community should and probably will know each of these three individuals, and they know that they are probably the three or amongst the three strongest South African contestants. Going up against, from Zambia, Muchi, confirmed to be available. Mr.
Awesome.
5000, who also confirmed that he is available, and we're just waiting for final confirmation from the Khan of Africa himself, Killjoy. So I mean, these three from South Africa going up against these three from Zambia, yeah, I mean, there's just no end to the possibilities of the brilliance that can be seen with these guys facing each other.
And I think that you can make a case for rivalries between some of them, like in terms of Mark and Mr. 5000, in that they training partners, but they also have had their battles on stream, and with Muchi and Show both focusing on the neutral, and with Killjoy and Atrocity both still very young but very talented. So I think that this is going to be really a show to watch.
And then just to while I'm inviting these guys, I've invited Shivs 420. I'm just waiting for a Steam ID from Foodstamp. I don't seem to find him on the Steam community, but others from South Africa that have already confirmed. Yourself, Doctor?
I believe I have given you a confirmation.
Panda Bear, who I see is in chat as well. Keenan.
I just need to get back into the swing of things again.
Well, you've got 2 weeks to get your level up to where it needs to be.
Sure.
And you're basically going to be carrying the hopes of the country on your shoulders, Doctor. So, there's
no pressure.
There's no pressure whatsoever. And then also, okay. Matt Firebuyer, we've obviously seen on stream quite often recently. Going to be joining the second team in South Africa on the 15th.
Okay.
contestants from Zambia for the second week still to be confirmed.
Okay, Coach Para will be operating.
Okay, if somebody in chat could maybe just help me with a Steam ID for Food Stamp.
Who's friends with him? Who added him to the group?
I think the only person I do know would be Brian Look. So Brian, if you can just maybe inform me what the oh wait, there we go. I see Food Stamp in the the chat group, one of the Steam chat groups. So I'm just going to go to his profile from there and invite him as a friend, and then hopefully that will. Oh, okay. I think he might actually be on my friends list already. Let's just make 100% sure.
I see Keenan in the comments laughing, but I know Keenan's going to object to me playing Scorpion, so you know, I could play some other characters.
Yeah, I think this is you know, with Keenan being on your team, I think whatever's going to give you the best opportunity to get the win, because basically how it's going to go down, guys, is each South African representative will play against each Zambian representative. So if everything goes according to plan, each stream will contain 9 matches, which I know sounds quite a bit, but we'll see how it goes down in terms of time.
But it's first to 3, right?
First to 3, yeah. First to
So
3, all the matches.
That should be fine then, I think, in terms of that. 9 matches, first to 3. I don't think that should take, if we start at like 7:30 or 8 or something.
7, yeah.
Yeah, or even 7, yeah.
Okay, so both these guys are or have been invited. I've invited Food Stamp, and I'm just wondering why it is that at this stage of the evening, Shivs, who is due to play first tonight, doesn't appear to be online just yet. Food Stamp is in, and he's got his...
Maybe he's in practice mode or something.
I see Shivs as well. Okay, so guys, the invitations to both these guys have gone out. We're just waiting for them to accept. And then, yeah, 8:25, we're just about ready to get this first match underway. First to 5, Shivs 420 versus Food Stamp. As I mentioned before, Para, no idea in terms of the, you know, the way these guys play. I haven't seen any of
well, that's exciting, isn't it?
Well, I think it is exciting. Yeah. I think we're always wanting to see new blood on stream. And I mean, we've seen it before. You know, guys show up on stream for the first time.
Yes, and they shock us.
Their level is so
skills,
high that we wonder what they did in that 1 week or 2 off stream. So yeah, Food Stamp has just asked me to send him another invite. Shivs 420 is in the Koth lobby already, so let's just put another invite out there to Food Stamp.
Also, sometimes when they show up for the first time, they can surprise us with their skills and what they've developed on their own without being part of the community or anything. So let's see how this goes. I saw Shivs on the Steam group backing up Ngoni. So and I also noticed that he said he's a Call of Duty player and he's pretty good. So let's see how he is in shooting with the guns in MK.
Well, I just got feedback from Food Stamp in via Brian Luke in the chat now, saying that Food
Game
Stamp
session.
session's not available. I have sent him another one. So let's just wait and see.
That's like a PS4 problem lately, isn't it? More than a Steam problem, the session not available.
Well, I think it's probably occurring quite often now on both. I know that with the recent update on Tuesday, I think it was, some people have been experiencing connectivity issues for some other reason.
Okay.
I can tell you, for example, Atrocity. Food Stamp is busy rebooting his game. Okay, Atrocity on the PC updated his game, and suddenly he was unable to connect online. In fact, he wasn't even able to connect to Mortal Kombat. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, different situations with different people, I guess. But
and do you know if Brian Look sorted out his MK?
yes,
There
no,
was a
he
problem.
actually ended up doing a complete computer format
Oh
and
wow!
reinstalled
Okay.
everything. So I'm sure it didn't need that, but I mean, he's now got a fresh installation of Windows and his Mortal Kombat is working fine.
Yeah, that CPU is nice and shiny again.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
terms of the software, at least.
Okay, so Food Stamp, from what I understand, just busy rebooting. Guys, while we are waiting, just make sure that you've informed everybody that you need to inform about the stream. We are also, if I'm not mistaken, Para, on 191 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. And
Let's make it to 200 subscribers. So
That
if
would
you are
be-
not a subscriber, people in the chat, please subscribe.
that would be the best birthday present ever. 191, 9 subscribers away from the 200 mark. That will be absolutely awesome. Food Stamp, another invitation has gone out to you now. I think, Para, if this match, for some or other reason, if we are unable to get both these guys into the stream lobby at this point, I think what we might have to do is move on to the second match, which is Mr. Solomons and Jim Chori. And hopefully, while that match is taking place, give these guys enough time to just sort out what they need to do, tell their family members to get off Netflix, etc., etc. And we'll try them after Solomons takes on Jim Chori. But let's just see if Food Stamp is able to connect now. Thank you
I
so much,
noticed-
guys. I already see there are 10 likes in the video. I've just made it 11 because I always like my own videos. Keep them coming, guys. Really appreciate it.
I noticed you went for Netflix this time, not your usual.
Hentai. No, cleanliness on the birthday. Let's just call it that.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know. I'll restart Steam. Okay, let's just give him a minute or two. And if he's unable to connect, we're going to ask Jim Chori and Solomon's 92 just to get themselves ready, because those invitations will go out probably in the next 2 minutes or so once we get final feedback from Food Stamp, which is again such a pity. I was really looking forward to seeing these two guys on stream.
Perhaps we could try after the Jim Chori match.
Yeah, that is the idea. Yeah, so he has restarted Steam now. He has come online again, so we're just waiting for him to start his MK game, which I see he's just done now.
No, this. I think it's gonna be a good stream today, so we should not let this bother us for now.
Let's get hyped, gents. Thanks, General Jaeger. Really appreciate it, buddy. I mean, if I just think about the FGC Africa scene as a whole, all the way from Combat Africa, Elimination Chamber. I missed yesterday's stream, but was the Battle of the Thrones yesterday as well?
Yes, it was. It was the Order Realm.
Oh, okay. And I mean, if you just look at the work that all the guys are putting into FGC Africa, I mean, I think we had a bit of a breakthrough on Tuesday with the guys from Egypt representing FGC Africa as well.
Yes, yeah.
And I happened to look at that match after the fact, Tara, and wow, some real quality out there that we haven't even touched yet.
Yes,
those two guys from Egypt especially.
We played them in the CGL, but
I recall. There was quite a bit of connection issues there at that time.
Yes, but the lag basically limited the gameplay, and like I could tell, I played both of them during the tournament, and I could tell that they knew what they were doing, but you can't really appreciate gameplay in that type of lag. So yeah, I think that match is something like I also wanted to see, and I think Lebo or the King in the North did us all like a service by arranging it. And
Well,
look at what we have now.
And good news, guys, we've got Chivs 420 and Food Stamp in the Koth lobby, so we're going to go straight over into the match. Shivs 420 and Food Stamp are both in. So guys, let's get hyped. And also let's just get excited for these two guys being on stream for the first time. First time that I'm personally seeing both of these guys, you know, take to the stream. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what these guys are going to bring to the table.
So according to these banners, Jade seems to be Shivs' main, and the Food Stamp has Sindel there, but has chosen Spawn with the big damage. So let's see what happens.
Okay guys, we finally here, match number 1, Jade versus Spawn. Shivs 420 versus Food Stamp, and already seeing the amplified projectiles, the air amplified projectiles from Jade.
Both of these guys are looking to understand the other opponents, and each trying various moves. They're both very aggressive, but I'm sure they'll find their rhythm with each other, and let's see what happens.
Well, you're talking about your rhythm, and that's exactly what Jade is starting to do now. Playing the game that Jade plays, really. Keep away, try the air projectile, just keeping as much space between her and her opponent. But as Spawn is doing so far, just closing in, just closing down that space, random down twos.
I think there's so far from Jade quite risky play, but his game plan is just generally basically to zone with the air projectile, and Spawn simply just wants to hit confirm into big damage. That's what it seems to me.
And he's gone
or
for the
as
biggest of big damage variations in the 1. So he's got access to that charging health Spawn, which is obviously probably his most tried and tested combo extender, and yeah, leads to extreme damage.
So what we're seeing from Spawn is he's going for the back 1-2 overhead starter, which is unsafe, but he is landing it quite often, so I suppose why not just keep on going for it.
And just as we were getting used to it, we're going to see... okay, I thought we're going to see a Mercy to start off the stream here, Para, but just the projectile to close it off. Food Stamp very quickly really taking a 1-0 lead in this first to 5 set. And I think, you know, if Shivs was thinking of trying to get into this match and taking a few matches to just find his feet, I think Food Stamp is kind of sending a message saying, listen, you're not going to have too much time for that, because I'm going to bring the pain from the get-go. And, you know, like I said, very quickly, 1-0 lead to Food Stamp.
Charlie, I think at the end of the last game we were both mixed up. I thought we were going to see a brutality from Spawn. Then you thought you were going to see the Mercy. So there's other mixes besides the overhead, low, and cross-ups and things. There's those kinds of mix-ups too.
Okay, so no change in character. And
yeah,
also
I think
just with these guys, you know, sometimes we do take it for granted that these guys will automatically know that this is tournament settings, but the loser is the only one with access to a character change. And as we see, you know, Spawn having won the first game, still very much in the thick of things here again.
Charlie, I think they're both swinging, and we hope to see some crazy action today with these two, but I would like was it Shivs to play a more like safe, conservative game with Jade, and I think Food Stamp is playing his game like with the zoning and sometimes coming in playing spacing with Spawn well. So I think he is playing his game. He just needs to do that damage basically with Spawn, isn't it?
Well, there we see the back 1-2 that you spoke about a bit earlier being a very unsafe move, but so far has not once been punished for it, and as you said, quite often actually landing the back one. So
so even if a move isn't safe, if the opponent isn't punishing it, it is safe from that point of view, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no crushing blow there. Down two again. Well, these guys are swinging better, and probably a crushing blow there to finish off game number 2 there by Food Stamp. But we see it quite often with guys that are new to stream. They do play a little bit nervously at the beginning. They try to find their feet, they try to do things, but more often than not do things that they wouldn't necessarily do if the nerves weren't on them. And I think that's what we're seeing a little bit of Jade now, not punishing the back 1-2 of Spawn when he does get the block in. And we know Jade doesn't really have access to huge damage.
Yes,
so
yeah.
she really needs to capitalize on every opportunity presented to her. And so far, Footstep has been getting away with just a little bit. So I'm hoping he's just going to be able to compose himself and really seize his moments. When the punish is there, get that 250 damage combo if need be. It's going to add up, especially if you're a Jade player where the majority of your damage, especially with the Emerald Defender variation, is going to be done with your zoning. And if your zoning is not working,
I think we have a problem. The winner chose another character. How do we communicate with him?
Okay, I'm just going to send a message to was it Foodstamp?
That's right.
In the chat, and just let him know that he needs to stick to his character.
So this match doesn't count?
Yeah, no, this match won't count.
But the two Edenians on screen, nevertheless.
And then I think because it is both their first times, I'm just going to inform his opponent as well. That this particular match is not going to count.
Seems that both of them are just playing as it is. I think at least it might be entertaining for the crowd. So, but as long as they both know, it doesn't count.
Okay, Foodstamp has acknowledged it. So, yeah, he knows that this one doesn't count, and we're just waiting for. Okay, I think Shiv's as well, because having taken the first round in this unofficial match.
Why doesn't Jay just kill him now? Then it'll be over.
Who is Jade? That would be...
Jay just shivs, yeah. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so guys, that match didn't count, and that basically means that Foodstamp, having won the first two games, is going to be stuck to Spawn. This is their first time on stream, guys, so please just bear with them. They're not necessarily used to the way it's being done. And I think, in all fairness to them as well, they haven't necessarily got comms to say this is the rules. They were just told both that they're going to be competing in the first to five. So,
yes, we appreciate their like eagerness to be on stream and be part of your birthday celebration.
And speaking of birthday, I see Lucky X777, a really handful of a Sonya player in the PS4 community, wishing me happy birthday. Thank you so much, Lucky, and thank you for joining the YouTube stream as well. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you are new, Andy Otam, I see you in chat as well. If you are new, we have a little unofficial target of 200 subscribers by the end of the night. So if you are new, if you have not subscribed to the channel just yet, please do hit that subscribe button. We'll be bringing you content every single Thursday. Actively part of the FGC Africa and the Combat Africa team as well. In fact, all the FGC Africa streams have featured Charlie Wolf before, and it's going to continue to be doing that. So if you are liking what you're seeing, enjoying the content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We'll really appreciate it. The target is to get to 200 by the end of tonight. if that would be achievable, it'd be absolutely fantastic. 16 likes in the stream already, Para.
Yeah, and 20 something people.
And no change to the result that we're seeing on screen right now. It looks like Storm or Spawn is fairly comfortable in this matchup, at least at this stage.
Yes, it does seem that Food Stamp is quite comfortable in this match, and he seems to be aware about when Jade is punishable and when to punish and when to go in, when to zone. So he's taking advantage of that and clutching out or taking the wins, basically.
Okay, down 2 there. Up 2 to wake up for Spawn. Both these guys level on life right now. Spawn taking a lead and a random fatal blow seals game number 3.
Yep. So everyone in the audience, what do you think? Do you think that Shivs is gonna come back from this? Those of you who've played with him, are we gonna see something else?
Well, we're seeing the fatalities coming out now already. So guys, I know it's not a Salt Series match, but this guy insisted he wants to be part of our birthday celebration. So lo and behold, there is your friend, your homie, on screen right now, doing his thing. MSI Lazy Shaker, just coming to wish me happy birthday, and also just bless both Food Stamp and Chivs with a little bit of a dance, just to, you know, remind everybody that he's might be gone, but he's definitely not forgotten. He's gonna be back soon, and who knows? Probably sooner than you guys think.
What is a Charlie Wolf gaming episode without that MSI Lazy Shaker? Did he appear in customs as well? I don't think I saw him.
No, I don't think he made an appearance in customs. I think he went on a bit of a break there. But yeah, he's back.
He's back.
Well, at least he's trying to make himself. We put himself back on the map, but yeah, he's gonna have to earn his spot back. He's taken a bit of a break as of the end of August. I must be honest with you guys. Custom September was absolutely amazing. Just to see some of the designs, the character designs, the character custom variations. Stream nerves for Shivs 420, says Brian. Look, he's gone for a Scorpion pick. And again there we see the back 1-2 being blocked, but unfortunately no punish coming through. Kin, yes, it is in fact the first to 5, with the score now being 3-0 in favor of Food Stamp. There's the first punish we actually see tonight.
Yes, yeah. I think he is aware that it's probably unsafe, because I noticed him pressing 1-1, but still it's...
I think Brian Luke actually indicated on the flyer this evening that Shivs' nickname was "My Mates Are Watching." And if your mates are watching Shivs, what we have seen before, and I think it's quite prevalent in the PC community, is that everybody just seems to want to help everybody with their games. So I mean, I know that Atrocity's been doing quite a bit of coaching in the lab, and you know, with 1 or 2 weeks under his belt of people like Atrocity and others, just spending some time with Shivs, you know, you might see on stream next time around a completely transformed Shivs. And I mean, we see here he's got a little bit of knowledge with Scorpion, still taking a little bit of risks, which is what I really want to see just get out of his game. But I think for now, we are seeing signs here, Para, that both these guys can definitely play, and it's just a matter of choosing the right moments, the right times, the right punishes, capitalizing on opportunities. It is 4-0 to Food Stamp now, so he's potentially one game away from taking this first to 5 set. With my Boja in the background, he's just saying, "Well done, my son. You're doing well. 4-0 up."
Al Simmons thinking, "I'm still gonna take you down, but okay." However, like I do think that Food Stamp seems to have the advantage in general. I think Shiv's is at this stage. I think he's still getting used to the game, and I'm sure, as you say, in 1 or 2 weeks with Atrocities coaching, or Deathstroke, or Tinashe, or CharlieWolf, or whoever, I'm sure he's going to be much better soon. And I can see that he does know what's up. It's just that at certain points he's missing the timing on punishes, and and Foodstamp has just a better idea on how the strategy of what to do, when to do it at this point in time. But things can change very quickly in this game.
So he hasn't gone for Jade, he's stuck to Scorpion.
I think he felt better with Scorpion. He was able to get more in terms of punishes with the spear. So, and he's able to put some pressure. Now he's basically trying to keep Spawn in the corner, but Spawn reverses, does a crushing blow, and has Scorpion in the corner at this point.
Okay, that interactable is going to keep Scorpion in the corner, but I mean, 200 damage I think on that particular interactable. Not the worst amount of damage.
Not the worst. Each interactable is basically a crushing blow, so...
True.
Yeah.
Well, Spawn now finding himself on match point. Foodstamp just about ready to take this one, and as Kina said in chat there, 5-0 loading. It does look that way, but that is only round 2.
I think there was a reactionary teleport from Scorpion, so that's a very good sign for Shivs.
Raw Spear there trying to catch Spawn off guard. Unfortunately for him,
Spawn heading to zone at the moment because of the teleport. And then Scorpion trying a read this time and teleporting and coming close to taking this round. Let's see how it goes.
Spawn damage, misses that combo in the lands the down 2 and the crushing blow to finish, or fatal blow rather, to finish it off. And that's it. In double time at the end of the day, Para going Foodstamp's way. Very nice introduction to his stream life.
Only one question remains. Oh, no mercy?
No, not at all.
And it's the other fatality.
Now you love to see it, don't you?
You know, you love to see it. That's Show's trademark line. I think some of it's from the US streams, but I think Show can't really. He reps that line the best.
Yeah, he enjoys it. Whether it be loving to see something, hating to see something. But guys, for those of you who have come through to support Shivs, unlucky as Solomon has indicated, going down 5-0 to Foodstamp. But I can almost guarantee you guys, this will definitely not be the last time Shivs will be on stream. And I can almost, with absolute certainty, say that the next time you see him, he might just be a different player to what we've seen tonight. A combination of stream nerves possibly coming into the picture as well. But take nothing away from Foodstamp, bringing the pain this evening and taking it 5-0 over Shivs 420. Para.
Maybe you should just tell them. I think their match is over. They are continuing.
Okay, let's just send messages to both these guys.
They want to entertain you for your birthday a bit more. They're not done.
Now, I think once you get into the stream fever, it sometimes grips you. You don't even realize what the score is.
So I think if Shivs is looking at this again, the basic idea would be just to notice that Foodstamp is continually using that back 1-2 on reads and to just punish him, and I think he could have gotten a whole lot of damage just by doing that.
Okay, so these guys are still playing, so we're just waiting for them to acknowledge the message that's been sent to them. And then, we'll get our next match underway shortly. The match between Jim Chori and Solomon's 92. Now, Para, just to give you some background here. In fact, there's not too much background between these two fighters, but what was actually supposed to happen tonight was that we were actually wanting to have the run back of Jim Chori and Bliano.
Oh, yes.
And due to availability issues, Bliano couldn't make it tonight. Solomon said, guys, I'm available. If you need me to play, I'll play. And Jim said, I'm happy to play Solomon's, and that's how this particular match got put on the card.
No, well, Solomon's definitely stepping up. I like just before this, I was in combat league with him, and he beat my Cassie. It's been a while, but nevertheless, he did play really well, and I think he has leveled up significantly. So I want to see him showcase his talents.
Just got a message from Jivan in the chat right now, Paris, saying, when is your birthday? Can we send you a hot nurse to the door? The only hot nurse in this world, Jivan, is Devora in a new nurse outfit. So if that makes you happy, we can arrange that as well.
I think I'll pass on that Devora nurse thing.
Okay, so those guys, Shivs and Foodstamp, have left the coth now. Thank you so much to both of these guys. Congratulations to Foodstamp for taking that particular match by 5-0. We're now going straight into our next match, guys, which is the match between Jim Chori and the recently leveled up Solomon's 92, aka Mr. Sol.
Oh, is this part of a new personality?
Well, we've seen quite a few personalities coming through from Solomon's. We've seen Solomon's 92, we've seen Mr. Sol, we've seen Seth 0102.
He had a Chinese name at one point, didn't he?
I think he had some King of Fighter or anime name as well. I can't recall exactly what it was.
Yeah, I think I remember that. And then I didn't know who I found him in KL one of the days, and I didn't know actually who he was. And then I saw he was actually on my friends list, and I was like, oh, okay, who's this guy? That was funny.
Dushan, am I pronouncing it correct? Duveshan Ramana saying, well done, good try, Shivs. Great to see the support. I mean, one thing about the new guys coming through is they always seem to come with an entire audience wanting to watch them on stream. So, big up to Mr. Shivs for just arranging for some of his mates to come and witness his fight with Foodstamp. And yeah, like I say, and as people have said in chat as well, better luck next time. Okay, we've just had Solomon's come into the coth and leave the coth, so we're just going to try and get him in again.
Everyone in the audience, we are celebrating Charlie Wolf Gaming, his birthday, which was yesterday, but we are celebrating it today. I see that we have 191 subscribers. If 9 more people, if you are not subscribed, please do subscribe.
Seeing a couple of the old faithfuls in the chat as well. Solomon's was Saint as well. Thank you, Jaywood Audio, for reminding me of that. Solomon's was Saint 16. So yeah, I think since I've known Solomon's on the Steam community, he's probably had about 6 different IDs already.
Yeah.
So Nazuki, where's Ngoni today? He's watching a rerun of the Mighty Ducks on SABC2.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim Chori and Mr. Sol are in the coth lobby. Their match is just about to get started.
Okay, that's awesome. Jim Chori has a Jax, I recall, hey?
Jim Chori has a Jax, and my Mortal Kombat 11, for some or other reason, Para.
Yes, you just left the cot now.
Okay, so if you don't mind, just sending a message to the guys, tell them not to start. And I'm going to, in fact, I can do that from my Steam account as well.
Yeah, I messaged Mr. Sol at the moment. I don't know if I have Jim actually.
I'm can just inform Mr. Sol that I'll send another invite out.
Okay, I'll tell him. Brian Look had a lot of good things to say about Jim Chory when I was speaking to him. So even though there is this rivalry, there is that respect as well.
I was always looking forward to seeing a rerun of that match, because I think since the last time they played, and we're speaking about leveling up, Brian Luke as well has leveled up quite a bit, and the difficult thing is that so is Jim Chory. So
Yeah. I wanted to go through some stuff with Brian about Shao, since he mains him.
yeah, he
So,
loves the
like,
character. He
yeah.
absolutely loves the character.
And he likes the same characters that I like, so it's like he likes Liu Kang, he likes Shao Kahn, so it's quite cool.
I actually remember playing Brian very early in MK11's lifespan, and obviously with the ping I noticed that he was local. I think I might have even tried to reach out to him, and
Must I invite you to this course that is currently empty?
no, I
Or
think
do you
let
wanna
me
invite
just
him?
start,
Okay.
Let me just start a new one.
Sure. You were saying about Brian?
Yeah, and you know, when we got chatting eventually recently, because I think what he mentioned to me is that when Red Dead Redemption came out on the PC, he basically just left Mortal Kombat for a while. And I think it was during that time then that I didn't see him at all online. But then when we eventually got speaking recently, he actually made a little confession to me. He said, you know what, we probably played about 5 or 6 games against each other, you know, back then, before we got to know each other. And I would more often than not come out on top. And he always thought to himself, oh, this is probably a guy here, probably at school, doesn't have much else to do with his life.
He calls himself CharlieWolf.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, you know, the community on the PC side of things is growing considerably. We're seeing new guys coming in all the time, as we're seeing tonight as well with Chivs and Food Stamp. Para, I've sent you an invite. You've accepted it. If you can just go AFK,
Okay, we'll do.
and then I'll try and get those 2 guys in here again. Mr. Sol and Jim Chory. Jim Chory is in, or have been invited. So has Mr. Solomon. So yeah, hopefully this match will get started soon without any connection issues this time.
Mr. Sol, it's like Sol Kersner or something. Like, you know, he's getting his game on.
Well, there's actually a guy who I saw at the ICC in Cape Town, one of the events that took place, one of the offline events many years ago, who went by the name of Mr. Zol, Z-O-L.
Yes, yeah.
I think he's in the PS4 side of things. Zolani, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think I know him, or I have heard of him during the MKX time, at that stage. Is that right, Charlie?
Yeah, I think that was definitely the MKX days. Yeah, definitely.
And what is that thing, that gaming thing that I went to a few years later?
Yes. It was the same event. Yeah, that event actually took place for about 4 years in a row, between 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and then I think thereafter, yeah, it just stopped.
That was so much fun. I think I've been to Rage as well. And what's that event again in Cape Town? What's it called?
I think it was called EGE.
Yeah, EEG. That's right. I thought that was better, definitely in terms of fighting games and what is happening and stuff. So props to whoever does EGE.
Well, we've got Jackie against Jax, the Battle of the Briggs. And
JB1 and JB2, as Johnny would say.
Johnny's such a cool character. Gosh. It's just sad that since he's been nerfed, we don't see him as often as we used to see him pre-patch.
You talking about Jax?
Johnny in particular.
Oh, Johnny. Yeah. I think he still is good and has his advantages. But let's talk about this game now. And what's happening is they both kind of trading stray hits here and there, and everyone just trying to get that first round.
So far, it looks like Jax is in quite a bit of a lead, but down 2-0 and
Wow.
a conversion.
If he converted into the fatal blow, he would have closed it, but he didn't need to because he closed it out anyway.
Good first round there. Both players a little bit trigger happy on the jump button there, Para.
Yes, and both anti-airing, so they gonna both condition each other not to jump. Hopefully.
Well, let's see. Solomon's having taken that first round, so already down to about half-life in this round number 2, making his way back nicely though. Full combo punish here, probably about 260 damage.
So the big thing with first round KO players, and I always used to tell Tando or Grucci, who I used to play with, is that I think the main thing for Jackie first round KO is to load that crushing blow. So
Is this
let's
the one
hope
off the lethal clinch?
off the clinch, yeah. I think that's like her bicycle kick crushing blow and that, but we see another crushing blow from Jax, who's just bringing the pain.
10 seconds gone in the round and Jackie's down to about 20% life. So that is Jax in a nutshell, isn't it? When he's got his crushing blows loaded,
the momentum just rolls.
Yeah, he's got such a huge comeback factor as well.
Now he just needs chip.
And that's exactly what he gets.
That's it.
Rogue
Crushing
Ninja
blow to
chat,
finish it.
Thanks for the birthday wishes. Amu Nkobo. Sorry about the mishap. I'm so embarrassed. Oh, okay. So I think you would be Food Stamp, if I'm reading this correctly in chat. No worries. We all start somewhere.
Oh, about the character change.
I would imagine that's what he's referring to here.
Yeah. Because he didn't have to apologize for his gameplay because it was pretty good. Like that spawn. Then, and I do think Shivs also did well for his first stream, so he definitely wasn't nervous, and that's all a good sign. So then in terms of Jax and this momentum, can Mr. Saul stop it?
You know, I've seen Solomon's play so often. Evan Zerf, who I believe is Jim Churi's brother, in chat as well. Jivan, what would you like for your birthday? Wow. That's like asking or saying that there might be a blank check available there as well.
You have to write the number.
Yeah, no, Jibs. What I would really love for my birthday is 200 subscribers on the channel tonight. That would be absolutely amazing. So if you are new, Sahil, thanks for the birthday wishes. If you are new and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider leaving a subscribe, especially if you are a fan of seeing regular Mortal Kombat 11 content coming to you week in, week out. You can find that here on Charlie Wolf Gaming.
Clutch moment and Jax clutches it out. Jivs, I think if you want to give him something for his birthday, just get everyone you know to come to the stream and subscribe to Charlie Wolf Gaming.
And also get everybody you know to make a little contribution so that I can put together my PS5 as well.
There we go. More content for everyone.
We'll talk about how excited I am about the next generation of console, but right now, Jim and Solomon's really just slugging it out. Trading
They're
blows.
throwing down. Jim in the lead with one round, but Solomon seems to be going to get the second round, but you know, after Jax does his fatal blow, anything can happen.
Yeah, heated arms. So I mean, really, if Solomon is able to finish
one
off
more
this
KB
round,
needed. Oh.
Great play from Solomon's. Just one more sequence, and that's exactly what it does. Finishes off with the forward one, and now Jax goes into round number 3 without access to his fatal blow. So
but
that's
he's
already
still got the command throw, crushing blow.
which I haven't seen Jim use at all actually. So it's going to be quite interesting if he's going to actually make use of that.
Yeah, I do think it's very important for any hunker down to have that available to him, because basically that gives him two round-ending crushing blows at any time, or not rounding crushing blows, one crushing blow and one fatal blow to close out rounds.
And that damage on that particular command grab crushing blow is quite significant. I think if it's landed correctly, it does about 350 damage. And the only grab crushing blow, ooh, an attempted reversal there on that throw, but Jim aware of it. No combo to extend that, or no meter rather to extend that combo. Are we going to see a fatal blow coming here from Solomon's?
Oh, he did a wake up fatal blow, but now doesn't have access to it, but he can finish it here. And
great play from Solomon at the end. He was aware that, you know, he's going to need about 2 more hits to finish that round. Didn't go for the suplex. Didn't go for the arrow, or sorry, the arrowing elbow, whatever you call that particular move. He went for the double knees, and that was enough to close out that round. So it's 1 game apiece now. Looking like quite the match developing here, Para.
Yeah, and Mr. Sol answering back with that win. But like we were saying about that crushing blow with Jax, as you said, 350, that's just the base. With heated arms, it can go 400 as well.
Oh, I didn't realize
so it's really, I think it's really quite a strong move.
Jaywood Audio saying clutch indeed. Evan, the brother of Jim Chori, saying 10 stuff here. Smooth Jarvis 101, I see you in chat. Thanks for the birthday wishes. We love the streams, thank you so much. Rudy Chath, one of the OGs in the Steam community.
Hell's Knight. Thanos boys.
Round 1.
Mr. Bobby Blue 52, thanks for the birthday wishes, really appreciate it, buddy. I must be honest with you, Parrot. Out of all the characters in MK, there are a few, but Jax is one of the characters that I really do not enjoy playing against.
He's very oppressive, I think, once he gets started, yeah. And I think a large part of that's probably due to one of the South African team members that's gonna play soon, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, when I saw him do what he does with with Jax, I thought to myself, gosh, this is going to be a bit of a nightmare to deal with. And I think over the months it's gotten a little bit better, but I think just in general, whenever I do see Jax on the screen, on the opposing side, I just have a little bit of a deja vu to say, oh, here we go again.
We call it, in medical terms, we call it post-traumatic stress disorder.
Thanos for DLC? I don't think so, Rudy. I really don't think so.
They did give Darkseid to Garrus, so I think that's all we're gonna get. But looking here, what we have is Jim Chori a round up, but Mr. Stahl having Jax in a corner, having Jax without his fatal blow.
What a nice looking combo. 351, 1 bar of meter. That was some pretty stuff there from Solomon's 92.
We don't even have to say that is Baraka damage, that is actually Jackie damage.
First round KO, as well as a bit of upgraded, can probably get that damage as well. I haven't seen next gen with that sort of damage unless it's in the corner.
But next gen has access to all of this other types of damage that just accumulates.
Oh yeah,
the whole round through.
And personally, my favorite Jackie variation to play.
Oh, I enjoyed that. He used the thing available to first round KO when you take a throw, and he did the command throw. So that can lead to a crushing blow, and we hardly see it, but perhaps we might see it in the set at some point.
Well, Jim really doing well here to just get Jackie down to life support, and just as I say that, Rocket to finish off game number 3. Jim now taking a 2-1 lead.
These guys are trading games, Charlie. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very difficult to call at this point in time. Jim does seem to have a slight advantage, but you know, as Jim takes the first round, Solomon takes the second round. So I don't just think they're trading games; they might even be trading rounds here, and they're just going with the flow. So if momentum has a way of just continuing from where it left off now,
No punching.
my guess is that Solomon's going to take this first round.
Yeah, that we'll just have to go according to history. But I think for Solomon's, his game plan is basically just to play very clean against Jax, and I think it is not necessarily an easy match for Jackie, but she definitely does out damage him without Jax using crushing blows. When we're talking about crushing blows, everything changes.
Fight.
Well, let's see what happens in this round now. Solomon's already going forward with the forward 1-2. Oh, tries the short up there at Jim Chori, but Solomon's awake. Great interrupt there. Okay, so here's the first bit of damage coming through. I must be honest with you,
Mr.
it
Sol,
looked like
yeah.
that, sorry to break your word there, but it did seem like that breakaway was well timed there from Jim Chori. He could have probably
Yeah.
gone for it a little bit earlier, but unfortunately he's finding himself in this corner now.
I think sometimes you have to think about it and think, do I actually want to break away or do I want to save it? And at that moment I felt he thought he had a chance. I think you always have a chance with Jax, so it's never too late really.
Well, so far so good in terms of the momentum continuing. Solomon's quite, as I predicted, taking that first round. So let's see
Yeah.
if there's going to be
Charlie
yet another
Wolf
trade.
predictions are hardly wrong usually.
Well, I get a few wrong. Oh, crushing blow there coming through from Jackie. Tries to get the corner switch, unfortunately for Jackie. Jack's breaking away there at the last minute. Okay, the
Ooh.
infamous Jim Chori special jump into the fatal blow.
Jim Chori trying to stay in this match, trying to get that win. Almost getting the throw there. And I'm surprised that Mr. Sol didn't do that command throw off the tech.
Oh!
Down
that
2
was
for
disgusting.
the win.
That was disgusting. That was
What would it-
absolutely disgusting. Solomon's just deciding, you know what, let me just go for this.
And that's with one of the worst down 2s in the game. Let's not forget about that.
Solomons, please indicate in chat if you can, if your thumbs have a slight blister on them now, because that, as far as I could see, was the biggest down 2 mash I've ever seen this evening. I could be wrong. Please just tell me in chat if I'm right or wrong. But as things stand now, Para, it's 2 games each.
Yeah, 2 games each, and as we've said, that they are trading, so that means that Jim Chori might come on top here, but I think Solomon's wants to stop him. So let's see what he can do to stop that from happening.
Joshua Stevens, thanks for the birthday wishes. Mr. Bobby Blue, thank you so much for joining us on stream tonight. Really appreciate it, guys.
Also,
This is a regular Thursday evening thing for Charlie Wolf Gaming. So, guys, if you are new, as we've said before, you enjoy this Thursday night content, please do consider subscribing to the channel. We'll really appreciate it. Game number 5, Para.
how close these games are, it's really, I think, entertaining to everyone, and everyone in the crowd is saying that as well. So Jackie
right
seems to
there.
have the advantage as Jack's in the corner and can finish it, but let's see if he does.
Oh, what great blocks there by Solomons, and he actually gave Jim Chori very little chance in that entire round there.
Round.
Yeah, he was smothering him with pressure, pushed him to the corner and finished it off.
Okay, so Jackie going into the corner this time. Just checking each other with down ones.
Jack starting his own pressure.
Okay, the 2-2 into the 1+3. Goes for the low this time, goes for the low yet again.
Jim Chori definitely has an idea of what's effective for Jax though, in terms of the mids, trying to surprise people with the.
And we see it again there. The empty jump back into the fatal blow. Not gonna kill, but definitely got every chance of closing this particular round out. Watch for the fatal blow. He does so and uses the air or the arms projectiles to finish off round number 2.
I think that was the right decision as well. You were saying? Sorry.
No, I just wanted to echo what you were saying earlier. These games are so close, Sparrow. So difficult to call any match. The back to crushing blow land, which is a rare occurrence in any Jax player's game, but Jim Chori seems to have landed it. Great grab tech from Solomon's, obviously realizing the arms are heated, aware of that crushing blow.
Solomon's is going for the crushing blow now, his own crushing blow, because after the arm break, you can get a crushing blow on the leg, I think. I think that's the next step.
Oh, is it?
If I remember correctly, yeah.
I don't see... I was going to say something now. Oh, I don't see first round KO being played too often, so if somebody maybe in chat can confirm exactly what the requirements are for Jackie's arm break / leg break crushing blow, we really appreciate that. I think since the rise of Upgraded, we've seen very little first round KOs, and I think at the very beginning of MK's lifespan, it was probably one of the character favorites. First round KO.
Yeah, I think without Upgraded in the picture, first round KO and next gen have more, I suppose, relevance, or why play those variations when you have access to a Jackie who can be in your face in a moment. So I do think you are correct, but I do think that first round KO and next gen are good characters as well.
No, for sure. And I think Solomon's is really kind of just putting the character back up there, just showing this character's potential in terms of what it is he needs to do. He's got access to such huge damage, especially in the corner, and Jim Chori wise to actually just try to get out of the corner. Okay, grab tech. That's the first time we see that come out. No meter to extend that, but a good 160 damage with a command grab, not too bad.
And it landed Sol in the corner. So now it's loaded. I'm pretty sure that is the requirement, and if he checks again and gets the leg, it should crushing blow.
Okay, so Jim Chori up by 3 games to 2. Solomon's up by a round to 0 in game number 6. Plus frames there, and Jim not respecting it and paying the price. 194 damage and use of all his defensive meters. So definitely on the back foot here, Jim Chori being pushed to the corner. And advancing mids there by Jackie. 11 framer just to keep Jim exactly where he wants him to be in that corner. Gonna go for the... I actually thought he was gonna go for the knees this time.
Yes, yeah, I also thought so. But maybe just wanting to do something different. And I think Solomon's is taking control of this set.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's now 3 games apiece. It is 3 games apiece, yeah.
3 games apiece.
3 games apiece. Great matchup so far, better.
Yeah, and it seems like anything can happen in this set. But the question is, what will happen? At this point, we don't know, because these guys are just going ham on each other.
Jaywood Audio in chat saying Sol's Jackie has the sexiest combos.
Wait till he adds those KBs to those combos, Jaywood, and you're getting these 500, 600 damage combos. Then that'll be a sight.
I'll tell you something, Atrocity hit me with one of those in a friendly.
Yeah, first round KO can do it.
600. In fact, it was a custom variation.
Oh, okay. But even the tournament variation can do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Round 1, fight.
Evening, gents. Evening, Christian Clay. Christian Clay, just bear in mind, and maybe just remind me when the streamers finish, you can maybe DM me on WhatsApp or send me a PSN message. I've got something I want to discuss with you, Christian Clay. Eagle Eye, as is also known as. But gee whiz, just as I'm speaking to Christian Clay in chat here, 69 seconds remaining in round number 1, and Solomon's has taken that, so right at the back two, crushing blow again. Solomon's aware this time. Oh, great use of that shrapnel, I think it's called there, Para.
Yeah, that's right. I think that both these guys are swinging now, but in the first round, Solomon really seems to have a handle on Jim Chori in the set so far. Another wake up down two.
Tries the empty jump into the fatal blow.
Jim Chori with his fatal blow. And now Solomon just needs one touch and he does it, and he goes in the lead and could potentially end the set in the next game.
Okay, that was fairly convincing from Solomon, I have to be honest with you. After taking the previous game, I actually thought that it's going to be a case of, trading as it has been for the rest of the set so far. But Solomon's just pulling out the high IQ level play and kind of destroyed Jim in that particular match.
So now it's up to Jim basically to adapt to what Jackie is doing and see what he can do to stop it and basically take back that game, and then for them to play the final game unless Mr. Saul makes this the final game.
Joaquin saying to Jim Chori, Jax, use your command grab, and I'm sure he's probably meaning a bit more often.
I think that command grab without the KB, it's still good, but the KB just elevates it to another level.
Okay, potentially the final game, unless Jim Chori has something to say about it.
Saul not playing as aggressively in this game, but now picking it up, pushing Jim Chori to the corner. Jim Chori answering back with the low on the mix-up, keeping pressure with the zoning. Basically that is what Jax can do and Jackie can't. So Jackie going for Jax anti-airing as usual with a crushing blow.
Could have actually just finished
He
off
could
that
have,
round there.
yes, exactly. And I wonder if he's gonna regret it.
Not just did yet. Oh, it is. Oh, 950 damage. Okay.
Because
I
of
get
the
it.
heated arms.
And the 950, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jim doing well there to actually stay in that particular match there, taking that round. I think stealing it at the end of the day.
Yeah. Anti is...
Great anti there. Down
Yeah,
three.
Jim Chori, that's not the first time. He's been anti-airing with that down 3 a few times, I noticed.
Short hop. Forward
Jackie
one,
mixing
the
it up.
backward grab.
Trying to get the second round, just one hit left, and he does it. And now Mr. Sol is on match point.
What I really enjoyed about Solomon's play in that second round there is the moment Jim was out of defensive meter, he was on Jim's case. Never
Yeah.
gave him a chance to breathe.
Well, I think that's Jackie's game plan, isn't it? In almost all variations. I think maybe next gen you can play a different type of game.
So he escapes. Strotex coming through here. Solomon with his back to the wall here, but manages to fight his way out. Jim doesn't have access to breakaway, and he's going to eat some damage here. 272.
Solomon's also loading his crushing blow, pushing Jim to the corner, and could potentially finish it in the next sequence. Almost finishing it there, and he does do it here.
See a greasy brutality here for Solomon, and in typical Solomon's fashion, waiting till the very end to dish out the first brutality of the evening, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Solomon's taking
right.
that set by 5 games to 3. That was a hype set, Para. That was such close games. all the way through, and I think it took the last 3 games for Solomons to realize he's got what it takes to take this match. He was down 3-2, and basically went on to take 3 games in a row.
Even in this last game, I think that Solomon's definitely, Jim Chori definitely had it in him to take that game. It's just that Solomon's pressure in that last round was he just upped it, wanting it. That desire to close it out was there, and it basically overwhelmed Jim Chori.
Well, Solomon's has been on a bit of a roll on stream lately. I think his latest match was actually against Ngoni 615. He went down by 5 games to 3, I think, in that particular set. But I think consistently, in terms of performance, Solomons has impressed. He made, I think he made it into the top 8 in the PC Invitational, and he's never looked back. And I think that PC Invitational, I think there was something like 28 entrants. So to make a top 8 finish in that particular tournament was, feather in his cap as far as I'm concerned. He then went on to, I think, make top 3 in the in another tournament we had. He had good performances on stream, developed a bit of a rivalry with Ngoni. But I think everybody's developing a rivalry with Ngoni. I mean,
I think Ngoni is developing a rivalry with everyone.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? if you take Ngoni too seriously, you're gonna probably be extremely miserable for the rest of your life. He's the troll. He's like the Ed Boon of the PC community. He just trolls everybody, and it's all in good fun. It's all in good spirits. And unfortunately, tonight we were going to see him actually going up next, taking on Tanashi. But we're just going to see if Art Department is in the lobby. I don't see him.
Let's get this final match on.
Okay, and let's just see if Tanashi's here. Tanashi's here. I see Tanashi. I do not see Art Department at this point, so let me just reach out to him and find out where he is.
So I want to ask everyone in the comments, what do you think so far? What do you expect from this upcoming match with Tinashe and Art Department? Also, how do you guys feel about the upcoming PS4 tournament series, where there will be basically tournament style matches, but it'll be a team battle between South Africa and Zambia? And just to remind you, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Charlie Wolf Gaming. Give him his birthday subscription. So I think that in terms of what's been happening, the first match with Shivs and Food Stamp, I think that was good for both of them, new to the stream, and just feeling it out, getting used to the stream, getting used to the pressure, both doing well and giving us a show. But so far the real show seems to be the Mr. Sol and Jim Chori with the Jackie match and the trading games every match. I think that was amazing. Mr. Sol finishing off with the brutality, and now we're waiting for Art Department and Tinashe to show us this stuff. So from the audience, Mr. Sol, who's fresh off the win, says it's going to be hype, SA versus Zambia. And yeah, I think it will be hype, and I'm sure that everyone's going to do their best to represent their country and put on a show. I know my Cassie on PS4 does have SA colors, so hope to pull her out at some point. We'll see. And then also Jeeves saying he expects Art Department will no longer be giving mercies. Well, that remains to be seen. he might just give a mercy because of his name. And Evan says he is here to see the mercy, so I'm sure art department won't disappoint and give the mercy to everybody.
I'm just waiting for art department to actually respond. He doesn't seem to be online on WhatsApp. He's definitely not in the Steam lobby.
I'm sure we'll come to some sort of thing. I could play Tinashe if you, yeah. Oh, I see Dexter also around. That would be a good match. Basically, part 2, I think.
I think the first time the guys played each other, Dexter and Tinashe, if I can remember that particular stream, I don't think that Tinashe's head was in that particular game. I think he was kind of distracted.
Yeah, he went to MKX.
Immediately after that, he went straight back to MKX. I don't know if he was kind of in the middle of a set and then realized he used to play Dexter on stream and his buddy was waiting for him to come back onto MKX.
Yeah, I think he thought he lost the match and then went to MKX immediately afterwards. But he is playing MK11 more, and we can we see him there now because of the upcoming match. But I do think he has been playing more. He was wanting to play Ngoni and basically shut Ngoni's mouth in terms of what he was saying about Tinashe. So that hasn't happened tonight, but hopefully at some point we will see that match. I know Ngoni or Deathstroke can play, and I do want him to basically be the villain that he could be. He just needs to get these wins, these big wins after trash talking. So yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's art department in either the WhatsApp or in the what is the other thing? Or in Steam. Sorry, I was just distracted now because I actually saw Tinashe leave as well.
Yeah, I also saw that.
Okay, so I'm hoping that that's just a mere disconnect and he's going to get back in here as soon as possible. But if art department is not able to make it tonight for whatever reason, I might actually take you up on that offer, Para, and have you play Tinashe. It'll also be a nice warm-up for you in preparation for the SA versus Zambia showdown.
I think so. I need to get in some games, some experience.
So let me just check with Tinashe where he's at, and also just give art department one last opportunity to make himself available. I hope Tinashe didn't hear that you might play him on stream and as a result left.
No, I don't think so. But maybe, I know in Sim the power just goes out sometimes, so maybe that's the thing. Let me WhatsApp him.
Okay, it doesn't look like Tinashe has come back just yet.
I'm on text with him on WhatsApp, so
oh,
give you
okay.
some feedback now. I think he didn't know that it was his time now. That's what he's saying. So let's just tell him.
Okay, he's responded to me on WhatsApp. Where he's acknowledged my WhatsApp message. He's back online. So Parasidama, a quick question.
Sure.
We've also got a offer from Mr. Jivs in chat saying he's more than happy to take on Tanashi.
Let's do it.
So, Mr. Jivs, if you can hear me, thanks, Kin. We've got Tanashi back online. In fact, while he is online, let's just invite him into the Koth lobby.
Oh, and Tanashi is like very surprised that he was supposed to play me, but let me just tell him. Mr. Jibs.
Let's hope Mr. Jibs has actually updated his MK. I know he's been really busy this week.
Oh yeah, it's a 1 gig thing. And Mr. Jibs was having some issues with streams recently, isn't it?
I'm not 100% sure. Let's go Jiva and play Tanashi, bro. So, I mean, there's guys in the PC community that obviously want to see that happen as well. But let's just see. You know, if he hasn't updated, then I think we're going to have to revert to Tanashi going up against FTS Parasurama in this main event.
FTS Tanashi, FTS Parasurama. Yeah, that would be like old times. That's how I got to know Tanashi, playing him a lot, like in MKX.
If I'm not mistaken, he used to play Cassie Cage in MKX as well.
That's right, and that time I would not play Cassie at all. I think he was playing Cassie and Melina, with I think a preference to Melina, but I think he ended up maining Cassie more. And I was also playing Melina at that point. It was somewhat later down MKX's life, and I was more into the ethereal variation. I think he was playing the piercing variation of Medina. And then I was obviously playing Liu Kang, and I was also Kung Jin and a few others. And yeah, we used to play quite a bit on Steam.
Now, I remember Tanashi from those days, 2016. I think 2016 is when I really got into the online side of MKX, because remember I used to play that on PC exclusively.
Yes,
and
yeah.
only when it got the rollback netcode and it went to MKXL, and we got a few of the characters that we never saw before on PC eventually coming through. That's really when I started playing online on the PC side of things. And I remember the name Tanashi in those days already. And yeah, he was an absolutely awesome MKX player. And he's basically just taken that and brought that across to MK11, because equally awesome on the MK11 as well.
Yeah, I think that does carry over, because I think I played so much of MKX, and I don't play, or haven't, I think, played as much MK11, but I think it's part of the history of how much MKX I did play at one point.
Yeah.
So I think it's MKX was a really fun game, and MK11 is also it's also a good game, and it's also fun. I think it is more fair in many ways, but unfair in other ways. But I do like the game, and I like all the little parts that they put into it, these friendships, brutalities, all of that. And I'm keen to see what's next in MK11's life.
Well, that's the part that's frustrating the community as a whole. Because I think one thing NRS are really guilty of is that just the lack of communication. I mean, I've been following Twitter over the last couple of days. In fact, ever since Ed Boon started putting out
He's just baiting us, man.
Yeah. And you know, it actually it starts off becoming fun, but after a while it actually becomes quite frustrating, especially for us who are kind of really waiting for the next thing to come up on MK11. I mean, it just doesn't seem to be happening. I mean, skin packs can only keep a community entertained for that long. And
yeah,
I think I'm actually full of stream or skin packs now. I want to see new content, new stages, maybe fatalities, whatever. But definitely something that I think the 11 community at large are waiting for. We've got Tinashi and Mr. Jivs in here, so we're going to get our main event underway, guys. Bit of a change to the
Awesome.
schedule.
I've actually been looking at YouTube periodically just to see if this trailer is going to show up, but nope. Even this morning when Shalzabul and Kevin were like talking about the trailer, I went to look and it wasn't happening.
And that's sad.
Truly.
Mr. Jivs looking to go for his hidden cursor.
That which is typical Mr. Jivs character selecting. So Tinashe thinking about his pick, thinking about the psychology of it. Maybe he's just trolling now and waiting for the time to pass.
Mini me.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so for those of you who are just joining us now, this is the main event for the evening. This is a first to 7, so if somebody can just remind both Tinashi as well as Mr. Jivs, this is a first to 7. I see Kid in chat obviously supporting Tinashi. A couple of the guys here are obviously looking for a Mr. Jivs victory as well. What do you think?
Your soul withstood Shinnok's
Both strong players.
Which means you don't stand a chance.
Jivs has definitely leveled up quite a bit. What do you think the direction of this match is going to be?
I think it's difficult to say. As you say, Jivs has leveled up, especially in the last few months. If we have to talk about maybe a year ago or a few months ago, we would think obviously Tinashe would take it. But now, due to Jivs leveling up so much, anything can happen. Tinashe playing that strong neutral and keeping pressure on with Cassie. I don't necessarily think this is such a bad match for Cassie, like the first variation could be. But I think that Tinashe is doing his thing, doing well, playing the neutral, and it showed in the first round. But what will Jivs answer back with, Charlie?
It doesn't look like he has answers just yet, and I think quite correctly, you'd say variation 1 Shang Tsung would have probably been a slightly better match for Cassie Cage. But he's got some good tools of his own, the shapeshifter, so
I think Tinashe just has to keep in mind that he has to zone, not to zone very predictably, and he'll be good, and to play more of a rushdown spacing type of game against Shang, and I think it will work out well.
okay. The Cassie into the corner here is Jivs
Plus frames.
I think he might just finish that off. So great comeback there from Mr. Jivs, having looked like the round was, or the match was going away in Tinashe's favor. He kind of brought that second round back quite nicely.
And we have 1 round apiece, so let's see what happens now. Both guys wanting the win here. Mr. Jivs not getting shimmied.
Unfortunately, only went for the down 3 after that whiffed amplified gunshots there. So lost out on a bit of damage there, I think Mr. Jivs did.
Mr. Jivs trying to push Cassie to the corner, but then going back, trying to get some space. Mr. Jivs close to losing here. Tinashe very close, wanting to get this win. Jivs missing out on that crushing blow, but going for the mix-up with Shang in this variation.
Anticipating a decapping there by Cassie Cage, which was not coming.
And then Tinashe taking it with that low gunshot.
Good first game, I think. I think, if anything, gave Jivs enough data to say, okay, so this is what Tinashe is all about. I think he might just stick to Shang Tsung, considering it is a first to 7. But again, you know, Mr. Jivs has been a bit busy over the week, so he's kind of been a little bit out of practice. So we might just
he's
see...
given him a 0.
That's typical Jivs, isn't it?
Yeah. So I actually think Mr. Jibs would probably do better picking someone else. And we do know he plays a few characters,
He does.
so I wonder who we're gonna get. And he doesn't need to do a hidden character select in this case, but it is Mr. Jibs, and he's only been wrong once that I can recall.
Yeah, and that was quite funny to see on stream.
Yeah.
It's gone
Oh, he's
straight back
showed-
to shapeshifter,
shape.
which I don't think is the worst decision.
No, it isn't.
He's a bit more familiar with shapeshifter than what he is with warlock. Warlock probably an easier variation to play, but can also become quite technical. I know that you play him quite a bit better, and get quite a bit of joy with him as well. Very strong
Yeah.
training game.
I enjoy it because of the soul steal, but I do think that Sheng can do well. I think this variation can also do well. I think Jibs probably needs to maybe change his approach and just play. Also, just maybe not move away at times and just play in the pocket with Sheng. This variation does have the mix, and to use those different things.
So am I right in saying that he's got the crushing blow on the
Round 2.
if you land that smoke parry twice in a row?
I'm not sure the requirements for that smoke parry, but he does have a crushing blow on it, yeah.
Okay, Tanashi not falling for the mix-up this time. Unfortunately, persists with it and lands it this time. So, Mr. Jibs about 40% of Tanashi's life gone.
Tinashe having the first round now and wanting to finish this, but Mr. Jibs answering back so far. Did an EX parry, which parries both grounded hits and projectiles. Shimming
was not aware of
Tinashe
that.
there. Yeah, that's why he does it on wake up. On Tinashe's wake up, I mean. Surprised Tinashe didn't punish harder there. And it's very close. Who's gonna win this? Mr. Jibs just about gonna lose here, but Tinashe in the corner, and Mr. Jibs doesn't make it after all.
Cassie Queen of Neutral says, Brian, look, Cassie neutral game is crazy.
Yes,
Zenzo saying,
Queen,
Shiva,
Brian.
where is Shiva?
Yes, Queen.
Where there is a Mr. Jibs, there's probably a Shiva very close by.
I think Shiva's waiting for Mr. Jibs' call. She's looking at her phone right now. Call me, baby.
Guys in chat, let me know, who would it, if you had a choice between the two, and you were to go on a date with one of them, who would it be? Shiva or Nurse Devora? Please tell me in chat.
Beast mode.
At least Shiva has redeemable qualities. let's be real.
Cassie is drinking mocap. Little Easter egg reference there.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, we've seen the Shiva. Interesting piece of headgear she's got going there, going up against the Hardy, Quinn Skin, Cassie Cage.
Indeed, and Mr. Jibs answering back with Shiva and going with various different mix-ups, and then I think he's also doing that. Tinashe seems to know what's up with that move, that you're not allowed to jump and backdash and stuff, otherwise you'll lose health.
So he's gone for the
And-
Mean Queen variation, which is the mix-up variation, and yeah, made light work of Tinashe in that round. Thunder
Mr.
Stars.
Jibs very strong in this first round, and probably wanting to do this in double quick time. So Tinashe not willing to go down just yet, but Mr. Jibs and Tinashe both fighting for supremacy.
first round going in Jibs' favor. Tinashe's come back quite strongly in this round number 2 here. Let's see if Jibs is going to mix up his grab game a bit. That's going to get some dot damage on whatever movement. A little micro teabag, mid-game teabag there just coming through, making us aware that this is in fact Jibs. Great avoiding of that dragon stop there, and Tinashe closes out game number 2. Or round
I think
number two,
also
rather.
when he did see that teabag, he did hesitate for a moment, and that worked in Shiva's advantage.
Okay, that trade obviously worked in favor of Shiva there, being the amplified projectile, which is a mid.
No meter now, and I think that means that also Shiva's other options are less. Tinashe going forward in this final round, and Shiva is in the corner, and Tinashe just playing this clean neutral with the anti-air. Shiva opting to go back. Things are getting close now for Mr. Jibs. One more guess, and he gets this throw. Can he do it now on Oki? Overhead. More Oki. And Tinashe jumps and actually catches Mr. Jibs' jump and takes it.
Travis McConnell in chat, I like your style, my friend. To that question about whether it would be Devora or Shiva, J-Word Audio saying Shiva any day. But Travis McCollin saying Devora with the 5. I love Devora emojis. Devora is kawaii.
Kawaii, ne?
McCollin.
Means cute in Japanese. So yeah, Travis McCollin seems to be into that Nurse Devora thing that you've been pumping out there, Charlie Wolf. So you better
Absolutely.
organize.
Even Andrew Solomon's saying, you know what, Nurse Devora with the laughing emojis there. Thunder thighs, obviously reference to Jivan's custom variation Shiva. As we stand now, if I'm not mistaken, Para, it is 3-0 in favor of Tinashe.
Yeah, Mr. Jibs has some work to do. But Tinashe lands a crushing blow just at the beginning of this round. Going forward, wanting to play in Shiva's face. Shiva managed to get a throw and lands the pressure with the mids. What do you think's happening now in Mr. Jibs' mind?
Well, I think what I like, especially in that recent exchange there, is he's just mixing up the low and the, I think it's a mid command grab. Ooh, just a raw low command grab there. No amplifier, so it's not going to do any damage over time, but goes for the wake up roll into the fatal blow here. So I don't know if that is a case of getting a little bit desperate Parasurama, but he's also giving himself every opportunity to get back into this round.
Yes, and I think that he is. It seems that Tinashe is well prepared for these stomps, and Jibs, if he just sticks to that the general play, he'll probably do better, and maybe a stomp on wake ups on a read at times. Just leave it at that.
The one limitation I think for Shiva, obviously a lot of the players that do play Shiva almost have an over-reliance really on the Dragon Drop. And I think the limitation for Mean Queen is that she only has access to 2 versions of that drop. One being the normal drop and the one being slightly delayed. But you can't adjust the positioning of the land. So it's either going to come out in the normal amount of frames, or it's just going to take a bit longer to come out. So if you are aware of how to deal with it, which I think Tinashe is, as it storms into a 4-0 lead, I think that Shiva does have enough tools, especially in that one round now, where just depended on that dragon drop to close out the round, didn't quite work out. I do think that he has enough tools at his disposal to say, you know what, apart from the dragon drop, I could have gone for another option, which I think, in retrospect, would have probably been the better option.
Yeah, I think Tinashe is also not playing around. He's all business tonight, and he's just dominating at the moment. And I think Mr. Jibs is thinking to himself, what can I do? But I think he had the right plan with Shiva. I think he doesn't have to change the matchup. I think if he just plays a bit more, like I would say, cleaner in terms of how he was playing in general, without so many stomps or dragon drops, I think he's going to do much better.
I also just want to make mention of the fact that he also has, as part of his arsenal of characters, better, a pretty mean Sindel.
Yes,
which
that's
might
right.
not be a bad matchup.
Which one?
for-
Which variation does he play?
I think he plays the hair flip variation.
Okay,
But
but
I think he's also played the low projectile variation as well.
I think with the low projectile one might be a better option in this case, because if Tinashe opts to zone Sindel, the other variation, out, it might be a bit difficult. Although she does have that overhead leaping move thing that could be an issue, but I think in general. Oh,
Well, he's gone
so
for
now
the
we're gonna
long
see
normals in Frost now, and I mean another
Arctic
character he's quite familiar with.
now this character
Fight.
and this variation specifically, I think is very much underrated. When you ask people why they don't think she's very good, they can't actually tell you, and I do think that she is pretty good. Like even though the second hit can be flawless blockable,
Yeah.
you can use Ice August to mix it up, as we saw in that match with the Egyptians.
Oh, tries it down to the anti-air, but timing is off now, and I think it's maybe just a case of not being comfortable with the character after not playing for a while.
And that's also the thing when you play a lot of characters, can be an issue when you come back to them.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a gift playing so many characters, but in that same breath it can also be quite a curse.
Yeah. Tinashe doing well, playing patiently, waiting for his turn, anti-airing when needed, safe pressure, outspacing. He's just seeming to have Mr. Jibs' number right now.
Yeah, it seemed like he just chose the Frost pick not so long ago, and that particular match is finished. So I mean, if previous matches was double quick time, I don't know what you call that particular match there, but game 5 just went by really fast.
And now Mr. Jibs is at risk of a 7-0 if he doesn't do something. What is he going to do?
My money's
And we
on
want-
Sindel. My money's obviously on Sindel, because yes, Cassie does have the zoning option with the kneecapping, which is a great projectile as far as I'm concerned. But you know, with the correct timing, Sindel has access to that forward 4, which just closes space so nicely and comes out fairly quickly. So he's gone for somebody that's going to close space that much quicker in Cabal. But unfortunately, with that Nomad dash, you know, it is probably one of the most unsafe moves in the entire game. And
Jeevan is saying that he's just warming up, so let's see.
Round 1. Fight.
Tinashe spacing his godlike, says Ashton Kin. Yes, it is the first to 7. Kin saying here that Tinashe wants to make this very quick because he wants to jump into XL.
Well, we also know Ashlyn Govender also plays this game quite well, and we hope at some point to see him on stream. But
You know what? I've given up on that particular one there, Para. We've reached out to him quite a few times. Doesn't seem like he's too eager to grace the community with his skills on stream. But anything can change, anything is possible. And if we put the PS5 up for grabs, who knows, we might see him.
Round 2.
we might see him indeed, but we appreciate him in the audience. And right now, Tinashe has another round and could go up another game. Mr. Jibs needs to answer back. Puts Cassie in the corner, and will this be the thing that changes everything?
Well, here's an interesting comment in chat as Tinashe is on a bit of a defensive here in round number 2 here. Brian Luke saying in chat that Gorney is in trouble.
Yeah, I think so. If that match ever happens, based on this performance from Tinashe, I do think that Ngoni might be in trouble. Although Ngoni would say, "Of course not," or something like that. This is he gave Tinashe so many insults, and Tinashe called him out, but then he doesn't show up. So I think by default, Tinashe has the advantage in that sort of situation.
Now that's a
But-
mini victory in itself for
Yeah.
Ngoni. Clarence in chat asking what happened. Ngoni, Clarence, he's on SABC2 right now watching a rerun of the Mighty Ducks.
Mr. Jibs answering back, getting round 2, and let's see if he gets his first game.
Very tricky customer to deal with is Cabal. I'll never forget in the days of the MK11 beta para,
Yeah.
you referred to Cabal as the 2 cents Cabal. Referring to the fact that he was just so cheap in that particular version of the game, being the beta.
Yeah, he had so much of damage available to him, and he had all these good mids. He was safe on everything, and
Yeah, heartbreak for Jibs there. I think he really tried really hard trying to get into this particular match here with the Cabal pick, and took the second round. Looked like he was on even ground really in the third round, but just falling short, still needing to get about 40% of Tinashe's life.
he just needed one confirm at the end there into fatal blow, and then he would have gotten that game. But Tinashe saying, "No, sir, this is my game," and now he's at I think 6 or 5.
It's 6-0.
6-0.
He's now locked into Cabal.
Tick tock, you don't stop.
This variation that Mr. Jibs has picked does do a lot of damage, so it's basically like Baraka damage.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, probably rubbing shoulders with the likes of Baraka, Dog Sabbath, Noob Saibot.
And upgraded.
Oh, yeah, upgraded. Okay, the back 1-2 into the Nomad dash. 220 damage, not the worst amount of damage.
No, sir. But not hit confirming and getting a punish for no reason. I think when you're playing mean streak, that sort of a mix-up has more of an impact because there is an actual mix-up.
Whew, as you're saying that,
Gotta take this.
Tinashe now puts himself on match point.
Yeah, Mr. Jibs needs to do something different at this point.
You know, this is one of the characters I must be honest with you, and I mean I've tried just about every character on the roster on Paris Rama. This is one character that just doesn't seem to go with my particular playstyle, and that's Cabal. I've never really found any enjoyment playing this particular character, and yet there's so many people in the community who absolutely love this guy.
Yeah, I played him towards the end of last year, and I think I was liking some of it. At that time, I was just wanting someone else, like just to back up Liu Kang. So I think that Tinashe is now on the ropes. I'll come back to what I was saying, but Tinashe is now on the ropes in this round, and that thing does do damage. If Tinashe goes into it, he might die, and he does. So Mr. Jibs, can he take this surprising
A raw Nomad dash.
Nomad dash?
No combo extension though, and
I think he wanted to reset but got it wrong. I think he should mix up that gas blast at times between the EX and the non-EX. When I was playing Cabal, it was this variation. I think when they changed the name of it, I stopped playing him because I like that Speed Demon name.
yeah,
The
I
Spin
find it a
name.
bit odd.
Yeah.
And I mean, even with some of the outros, you know, like Terminator says, you know, he just
Oh.
says the F-bomb.
Tinashe very close now.
Oh! I'm not sure if that was expected or if it was just completely unexpected, but it seemed to have caught Tanashi off guard there,
And now Charlie Wolf, anybody can win.
and the down 4 sealed it for Tanashi.
Tinashe.
And I'm sure
All
at this point in
business.
time, we're probably going to see Ngoni jumping into chat and trolling Mr. Jivs. We'll just wait a couple of moments. But yeah, Tanashi looking rather strong in that match. Thanks to Mr. Jivs though for coming through and just kind of making up for Art Department's absence. But
Very short
unfortunately-
notice as well. And I'm surprised we didn't see a Kota, which is what he was playing more recently on stream. Maybe he's done with Kodal now.
I'm not too sure. I didn't actually think about Kotal, and I think it's just because my mind was focused on a possible Sindal pick. But that's
Yes,
just 3
yeah.
games for the night, guys. On this birthday stream, as you can see, Johnny Cage saying, "I'm the star. I was the star yesterday." Celebrating yet another year on this beautiful earth, and yeah, looking forward to the year to come, bringing in more, not just Mortal Kombat 11 action, but more fighting game action. And I think as time goes on, we'll probably start to get more and more titles. We've got PS5 coming up. We've got the possible Injustice 3 probably coming out sometime towards the end of next year. So there's still lots to look forward to, but I'm still a firm believer in the fact that we are not done remotely with this particular game being Mortal Kombat 11. And yeah, as long as I'm still having fun with what I'm doing, and that is to bring you guys content, which I am, that's going to continue in the next year and probably beyond as well. I've got a Little Wolf coming up in 3 months time, and don't be surprised if I run a stream and little man is sitting on my lap watching Mortal Kombat unfold, because he'll probably be playing Mortal Kombat 18 in years to come.
Yeah, and Charlie's gonna prepare him.
Yeah, no, I think I might hand that responsibility over to some of the younger guys. I know that Atrocity will be quite keen to dish out some additional coaching. Guys, if you are not aware of who Atrocity is, he's probably at this point one of the top 3 strongest South African players on the PC community. He is somebody who is always willing to help. He sends videos, he makes little quick snippets of little things that he does. I'm sure he studies Mortal Kombat 11 full time. I once asked him for help with Jax, and he sent me probably a 3-page document of all the possibilities that you can present, or that presents itself to you when you choose Jax, broken down per variation. So if you listen to the pro scene, one of the people who's always been focused or who's always been spoken about in terms of how they prepare for games is Dragon. He has got folders and folders on his computer of matchups and knowledge and data, and I think that's Atrocity. So guys, if you don't know who he is and you have him on your Steam friend list or Steam friend list, reach out to him if you want to level up. This guy is always willing to help from 6 in the morning till 6 in the afternoon and above. But yeah, that was our I'm the Star birthday stream. Just a big thank you to the guys who competed tonight. Chivs 420, Food Stamp, Mr. Solomon's 92, Jim Chori, FTS Tanashi, and Mr. Jivs standing in for the absent art department. Big thank you to these guys. Parasarama, thank you to you for your commentary, your co-commentary. As always, absolutely fantastic and always a pleasure having you. We do want to see you on the controlling your joystick fairly soon, or your joypad, whatever it is that you use. And I think we will be seeing you at least on the 15th of October, but
That's
hopefully
right.
before then as well. Mr. Jivs, I see your comment in chat. Can I please play you one game? That will be off stream because I just want to get the stream sorted out, Jivs. But just guys, thank you so much for all the birthday wishes, for all the new subscribers. I think we got 2 or 3 new subscribers tonight, for all the likes, for tuning in, for keeping the chat alive. Just a big thank you, not just for tonight, But since, and I've actually calculated it, we are on this particular channel now for 4.5 months, and already we've got just under 200 subscribers. So, you know, long may the channel continue to grow, and long may the channel continue to produce content that you guys enjoy, because I mean, I think that's the purpose of all these things that FGC Africa are involved in, giving the community content that we as Africans can be proud of. So thank you so much, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the next stream. Pera, any thoughts from your side?
No, I just wanted to thank you for inviting me for this birthday stream. I did want to be part of your birthday celebrations, either playing in that Koth or being on commentary or playing on stream or whatever you needed. So I'm happy to be involved, and I want to wish you a happy birthday from everyone in the Steam community. And I hope that the little one that comes is all healthy and everything goes well with all of that.
Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate those words. Guys, thank you so much. You, me, and Pera says Jivs in a Koth. Okay, so we're going to end the stream shortly, and then just before we do end the stream, I just want to show you the collective work of some of the people in the Steam community, blessing me with an amazing video intro. So guys, the music's going to stop, the screen's going to go off, and you'll see our opening and closing video, the new one for Charlie Wolf Gaming. I'm out, peace out, till next time.